yourself, and now you're going to get coffee like a fucking douchebag.
And we're live.
We're what now?
We are live. Well, it's preparing.
Because
it's zoom,
I
zoom,
just
zoom,
called
boom, boom, boom. And there we are.
You see?
Boat Drinks. If you know what Boat Drinks is from, you're a friend.
I need to get me a professional looking here.
I don't know what's going on with my YouTube. It won't load the fucking channel.
That's because you're a dumbass. So
Okay.
Anyway, for anybody that's wondering why I look like I'm like on location in Fiji, I'm not.
Yeah, Fiji.
My fucking car broke down, and so I had to come back to my folks' house. So now I'm on my phone so that we can make this happen. And apparently nobody can hear me. Apparently I'm going to be real close to the camera, like way too much. And that's just the way it's going to be. And Adam's back with coffee, so good for him.
What did I miss?
With coffee.
I was just explaining my vacation-like setting, which is pretty much all of California. So anybody that says shit about California can suck my asshole. Huh, Vandal?
California
Huh, Vandal?
sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently everyone in Nevada is incestuous. Tell that to my uncle, Dad. You bitch.
What? No, I said they were an incestuous mutant that I hope dies from the fallout from all the atom bomb testing.
I thought we were going to talk about something new this show.
Fallout water. Rudy Flores, what's up? Jangle, jangling, Jenga, dang. Raven Shadow, what's up? Three Tones, what are you doing there? You're on here. Daytime Frank. What is up, everybody? Thank you for watching this show.
Boat Drinks.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
So how long are you at the holiday resort for, Chuck?
You know, I do my summers in the Hamptons and my winters in Boca Raton. So, you know, it's just kind of how I feel at the time. Because, you know, high class motherfucker.
Yeah. It is. It looks beautiful there.
I got stuck in traffic and my car broke down, so I had to come back to my folks. So if you can't hear me, I'm sorry. If my internet breaks down, sorry. But whatever. We're going to have some fun tonight, and we're going to talk about some rad stuff.
Rad.
So,
Don't make fun of my hip nomenclature, bro. I'm fucking hip.
Yeah. I wasn't. Oh.
I'm cool as fuck, bro. You're old, bro. Shut up.
Yeah.
Fact.
Okay, I'm a little irritated, bro. I'm a little irritated. I'm sorry. That was too much. I apologize.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, see? Yeah. You fucking asshole, yeah.
You're trying to get wise crazy with me, see?
Get the belly club.
Get the belly club.
So everyone's in a different location. We can see Malone's the rest of the room, which is weird. And Chuck is in the Maldives, and Chris. Yeah.
Such a great reference. The Maldives, bro. That's good. You are fucking good. I like you.
And I'm in the spare room. Yeah.
The hat and juice.
I don't have film budget for Amigos
on location shoots. On location shoots.
So my James.
That Amigos money.
So yeah, once again, I can't see chat. So I'm sorry to everyone in chat because I'm on my phone, and I apologize. But I love you all. You're all beautiful people, and you're all here because you're down and ready to be part of something rad and new and different and fucking awesome.
Boom, 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 booyakasha.
Nice. So, why don't you talk about it? Why don't we talk about it?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Well, let's go ahead and do that tired old bullshit and do the buffet. Just for shits and gigs. Let's do that.
I'm hungry.
Well, since I'm here in my resort palace in the Maldives, I can go hit a buffet and get lobster, steak, whatever I want. But I'd rather be here with you and talk about vape shit.
Gay.
I think you should unveil that piece that you showed just before. Go on.
Okay, so I'll start because I should start. So I've got the slim piece by Purge, right, with the Rebirth by Michael Vapes, Sir Michael Vapes, with some breeze tones. And the last bit, dude, I have fucking annihilated this. Huge shout out to my boy fucking Vandal. Thank you, brother. This is, dude, seriously. I can still see what you do, fuckface. Just because I'm on my camera doesn't mean I can't see you being a dick. But no, this shit right here, this M Turkish Maze is amazeballs. But no, I got this from a friend of mine named Jeff. Well, no, I got this mod from a friend of mine named Jeff, who I went to ECC with last year. We drove down, me and him. We lost our hotel room on the second day. We slept in a fucking 4Runner and then went to the next day of the show. It's fucking cool, dude. And he was like, hey, man, I know you got like this thing with Purge or whatever, but try this one. And he sent this to me. So I fucking super appreciate it, man. And I think it's really fucking cool. And I'm going to do something with this that's going to be a part of what our next venture is. So a little bit of foreshadowing.
Oh, yeah.
It's like foreskin, but darker.
Oh, yeah.
With the shadow.
With some shadow. And then I'm rocking the ugliest tank ever made, the Falcon something, the fuck, whatever, meshy something.
Technicolor yawn.
Right? With the flux tank and some barista strawberry watermelon refresher. And it's killer. And that's all I got because I'm sitting in my parents' backyard and I'm talking to a barbecue because that's what's holding my phone.
Wow.
Scratch and sniff. If it smells like barbecue.
Okay, so Vandal, go. Is he still here? Did we lose him?
Yeah, no, I'm here.
Okay, good. All right.
Unfortunately.
No vocal cues either.
Nah, same shit as always. Eric Speen.
Of course.
Yeah, but I did get a new mod since the last time I was on here. It's a Dove Po Poo double battery. Squank. Which is pretty bitchin'. Some squinking. Some Hillary squink. And then just some CBD though. I'm putting this out there. I love this shit right here. El Gallo.
Oh yeah, the chicken.
Yeah, the little chicken poquito.
Yeah.
You got chicken flavored CBD?
Yeah.
Nah, it's just the company called the chicken.
Oh, I was getting excited.
Yeah.
This Nashville hot chicken fucking CBD?
But yeah, that's it. I'm boring. Next.
Well, use a word, use a name, not a next. Say, hey, my friend, whoever.
Okay, so one of my friends, either Kevin or Adam then.
That's about right.
Buzzing. I'll go because mine will be short.
It's
I don't
fucking
know if
harsh,
that's
man.
something that you usually want to like pronounce like that. You know what I mean? Pronounced. It's pronounced short. I got the Bigfoot, Gucci Gang, Drop Dead. Sorry, jeez. Drop Dead with Breeze Tones coils, Team Big Drip Tip, because when you're rocking them Breeze Tones coils, you gotta have the Big Drip Tip.
Team Smokestack.
And then I'm also vaping on this. What little bit I have left.
Old school.
Oh, what?
Turkish Maze.
This is a throwback bottle.
Yeah. I found some like hiding over here when I cleaned out my desk. So I was like, well, I'm gonna vape it because I like it.
It's so good though, right? It's so good. Is it so good?
It's a corny ass custard.
It's so good.
I'm out of the loop.
You're a loop.
Yep.
And it's your turn, Looper.
Is that it? Just the
How's
one?
that?
All right.
I'm a simple man lately.
Yeah.
You hear Adam pull up his box. It's like,
To be a simple kind of man.
You guys. So Caliburn, there is some propaganda. I think it's cookie butter. Is that what it's called? Cookie butter. of course, always Draco drop deads, one for each hand. That has strawberry shortcake ice cream and also banana custard, both by the illustrious pirate Paul Labworks. But if I run off, it's because I have vape mail, and I'm expecting vape mail today. And from my Instagram post last night, I decided I wanted to go back to some stuff that was the original things for me. So I have got original recipe recoil on a Proton. Not very matchy, but
you got a stainless original recipe?
Yeah, that was the first one I bought. Yeah, stainless. But for something different, I have got in there some fused Claptons. It's pretty high for me. It's a 0.32 build, which is very interesting. They take up not much of the deck, which is really cool because I also have the Cloud Pro cap because I'm like chucking tits with that. That has also Labworks liquid LV 19599 of Victor Bravo Charlie. And
Roger that.
Yeah, 10-4. But I also pulled out the Kylan Mini, which was the very first RTA that I learned how to build on. And I haven't vaped that for probably over a year. But that has a little Fresh Farms Barnyard Berry from the US of A.
Barnyard Berry?
Barnyard Berry, it's called.
That sounds like blueberries that were fucking grown in horse shit.
Indeed, organic horse shit. Yeah,
I'm not
vegan.
Now.
Nothing against whatever company that is. I just that name brought about like barnyard means poop, and then berry means like berry.
Yep. But that is berries and mixed berries and sugar.
Oh.
Indeed. Yep. And that's me. Yeah, that's actually short, right?
Oh.
Yeah. No.
Ah.
We're still alive, so we didn't turn into skeletons. So yeah, that wasn't that bad actually.
Now, welcome to Friday night. No.
Right. Basically, right?
Okay, so, I don't know. Yeah, do you want me to just start or what?
Yeah.
Okay, so yesterday,
Go
I'm going to be completely honest because that's what we do. We've always been completely honest with you guys. I had my Father's Day yesterday, which was a great day. It was fun. I hung out with the fam, did a bunch of stuff. Had a few Father's Day beers and got a little introspective. And I did a weird edit of a Vapix flower, which was absolutely not what I was asked to do by Phil Vapix, by the way. You can maybe check that out because it was kind of stupid. But after that, I decided like, hey, I'm going to hit up Adam and say something that I've been thinking about. And what that something was I don't know, man. Is the Three Amigos show dying, or is it just me? Am I fucking crazy? Or do I think that we're starting to meld into the idea of doing what everybody fucking else is doing, of getting people on the show that we know people want to watch and see just for the sake of having people come hang out. And that's not what we started this as. It was always it started as me, Adam, and Vape Malone just talking on Zoom because we're brothers, man. We love each other. We love talking to each other. It's what we enjoy doing. And then we realized like, hey man, people might enjoy some of the shit we're talking about. So we started a thing. And from the beginning, it didn't have anything to do with that. It didn't have anything to do with like, hey, we need people to watch us. Hey, we need people to fucking pay attention. Hey, we need to get these people on our show. Hey, we need to do this. But it's the natural progression of things, I think, especially when you get on YouTube to just make it into that. And I'll say it again right now. This is me talking. This isn't their perspective on this. All right. This is just what I was thinking in my head, and I had to explain it. And I'm happy that I did because they don't necessarily share my vision of what's happening, but it led to a very awesome fucking eye-opening conversation that we had for a couple hours last night, just discussing like hey, what is it that we really want to accomplish with this? What is it that we're really trying to do? You know, and I would like to hear, you know, and well, hold on, let me go back a little bit. And throughout doing this for a while, it became more about amigos or amigas than it did about the three guys. So, you know, that's the thing, is that's why Chris is here. That's why Vandal's here, because he's one of our amigos. You know what I mean? That's why people, you know, like, well, I'm not even going to get into anybody else right now, but it's about the people that have really stuck with us and been into what we're doing, and we feel like maybe we could do more with it and be more inclusive and make this a thing for a wider spectrum of people to be creative and to do things outside the box, and to maybe just change the mindset of what it is to create content that involves vape anything. You know what I mean? So that's my perspective on it. I'd like to hear what Adams is.
This community is so diverse in what people want and want to say and their talents, and I wholeheartedly agree. You know, when that suggestion was brought up yesterday, I think the biggest thing that resonated with me was that was it Malone that said, you know, having separate channels and trying to like get, you know, people to follow each separate channel, and like there's so much stuff going on right now. Like if you look at the schedule of weekly shows or reviews, you know, like I spend vast majority of my day, like looking at, you know, trying to catch our ship. What did I miss? What did I get? You know, I think it is that the community situation is needs a hub, needs a you know, a central place, you know, particularly even if it's just our corner of the world, you know. So it's, I mean, when I see people in the chat as well, like, you know, these are people that some Instagram, some YouTube, some Twitter, some, you know, don't do any of those things. I think it's you know, why we're all engaged is because we're interested in each other. We're interested in what we have to say, and also like the artistic expressions that come from that. So, you know, hub, community, central, whatever you want to call, you know, this platform. I think, you know, the vision and the words that come from that, you know, was a huge thing, you know. So I'm actually going to cheers to Malone for saying that in the first place. That it was a fucking outstanding idea.
Word.
I'll stop ranting now. Yeah.
No, okay. Now, Kevin, I'm sorry. Whatever, Kevin, can you elaborate on what you came up with, which I think is beautiful? And I don't mean like it's cool. I mean, it's a beautiful fucking idea.
Well, something that I haven't really seen before. And it's more so, I think, hold on, let me collect my thoughts for a second.
Do it.
It's a hub network, right? You know, if you go to any of the major like TV like ABC, NBC, right? They all have a bunch of different shows, right? And it's all under one network. And that's kind of my idea, was to like bring the amigos under one umbrella and one channel, so to speak, but where we could all add different content to it under one roof. More so, because the trend right now is, what we see with a lot of these shows are, you know, they'll go on a personal YouTube channel. Like right now it's on mine, before it was on Chuck's. And I really, at this point, I don't care about the self-promotion aspect of it, because I'm not even really doing reviews or anything like that anymore. So this will kind of hopefully lead into a more organic, kind of like fun atmosphere where we can put all of our content. So we haven't really 100% fleshed out exactly what's going to happen with it, but like if I do a review, it's going to go up on that channel, the hub, the network, if you will. If
Absolutely.
Chuck wants to do an advocacy video or something like that, it's going to go up on that channel. So this is going to give everybody a little piece of each one of us under one channel. There will always, hopefully, right? This is what we're hoping in doing this. If we stick with it, then there should be content for everybody.
Yep. And can I hop in?
Yeah. I just wanted to say one more thing too, because
please.
The problem with the advocacy stuff is it doesn't get enough play. I'm not the most well versed in it. Chuck is. So if we have a platform where we can have a ton of subscribers, maybe this advocacy stuff will finally get out into people that are just looking for the new mod review or something like that. That's kind of a hope as well.
I fucking love you. Can I lick your beard?
It's also the same, with all of the people that we have contacted in Vape Advocacy AU. Like, we've had Stefan on the show, we've had Dr. Marewa. Like, wow,
Yeah, and so that was actually where I was going with when I said that was I wanted to make sure that so my whole thing with this, and I want to say, last night I had this weird fucking epiphany almost when Kevin, or when Vape Malone, fuck it, I'm just gonna say Kevin because that's what I'm gonna say. When Kevin brought this shit up, like, I had this fucking thing in my mind that just went boom, right? Because I personally, okay, so this is just me. I have my own issues, right? And with my channel, I tried so hard to make it like this thing that was about advocacy, and that, like, hopefully it would catch fire and people would start really getting into, like, caring about this or this hearing or whatever fucking subject I brought up. But the problem was, every time I did an advocacy video, it would get a little bit of whatever. But I would do a review, right? Like honestly, I did a few, like, just random reviews. Obviously my style, obviously a little bit, like, out there crazy, but that would get a ton of reviews. And I'm a person, right? And I have no reason to fucking, I have ego. I'm not gonna lie. Oops, did I lose it? There we go. Okay. And that would make me feel good. I would like the fact that I would get 800 views on a thing that I did that was a review. But the problem is I put myself in a box that I could not release myself from, that I felt like if I did videos like that on my channel, I was doing the other content a disservice. Okay. And when Kevin brought up this idea, I felt like I was freed from that. Like, on this channel that is just going to be, like, about creativity and celebrating vaping in all its forms, in every aspect, I feel like I could be creatively free, and I could, if I wanted to, get something like this and do one of those kind of review things if I wanted to. And I could do one of my advocacy videos if I wanted to. I could put up an interview with somebody that you all know that would be really popular. I could do all those things without having it in the back of my mind feeling like, oh fuck, man, I got to stay true to this, or else I'm not giving the advocacy aspect of it their proper respect. With this, I feel like it would be all encompassing and it would be freeing. It's a freeing concept to be able to do whatever you want for the greater good of, like, the community, which is what I think the whole idea around this is.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And then
Should I just keep talking?
And then Breezetone's coils.
No, it's like the more you think about it, the bigger it is. And I mean, the opportunity to bring in, all of the family, all of the community, all of the situation is a huge thing. It's a little bit it's overwhelming as it is exciting, and the possibility of what could be. So,
which also comes to Vandal, who was here with us tonight. We talked about, we've done a few things on my channel, which I cast aside as it's done because of my own ego bullshit saying, oh yeah, I'm not going to do it anymore. But like, Chris was like, he was the one that was like, hey man, let's just do this. It'll be cool, man. It'll be fun. But we can also talk about things that people want to hear about. And that was Chris, man. That was Vandal that got me to do that. And that showed me that it could be cool to do. But this being on its own thing, I think amplifies that by 1,000. Right, Chris? Is he still here?
He's muted.
You
Sorry,
muted yourself.
I was blowing my nose.
Blowing something. What?
Dudes, what?
What?
No, and I don't know. I don't want to take any credit for anything with any of this stuff. You guys brought me in, and if I got a good idea, I appreciate that. It was a good idea. But my thing is, my view of it from being, an honorary member of this group is the fact that you get a lot of people together that people like to watch and enjoy. And of course, we'll talk about serious subjects and we'll also fuck around. But it also makes it fun for people to just want to come and hang out. And that's why I think draws the people in is the fact that it's very casual. You'll see a lot of these videos and stuff by these people that have all these views. And don't get me wrong, obviously people are watching them and stuff, but I think it's so fucking boring. I know there's going to be people in here that they do streams too and stuff like that. And I don't mean to offend you, piss you off, but I don't like to watch a lot of this. I don't like to watch a lot of that stuff because it's kind of the same stuff over and over. You know what I mean? So it gets stale. That's why I appreciate this show because you got different aspects. We're all fucking different, especially personality-wise with this group. You know what I mean? And so it brings different pieces of food to the table. You know what I mean? Everyone can take a bite of everything. You enjoy what you want and keep it, and then what you don't like, the next person's going to talk soon enough.
Yeah.
And that's a huge aspect of the whole idea of this is that there should be something for everybody. And there should be a lot of stuff that may not be for you, but there's going to be something there that's going to be for you. You know what I mean?
Don't be force-fed things that you want to see different opinions and branch out a little bit. Get your feelings hurt, get your mental comfortability fucking uncomfortable for a minute. That's where you will learn. That's where you'll grow from different shit. You're not going to learn from someone telling you what you want to hear. Someone's going to tell you what you want to hear until you walk out that door and someone tells you you're a fucking idiot.
That.
Yeah.
And how.
Yeah. So what we haven't really said is the idea is that it'll be a new channel. That's what we're trying to say?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we forgot to say that part.
No, Kevin kind of said that.
Kinda, not really.
Not really.
Apparently not, because it didn't make sense to Adam. So.
Apparently, he still doesn't fucking know what we're doing, so that's good.
Well, if you guys had stopped talking in accents.
The Three Amigos is 3 hours of Adam showing us his devices and 20 minutes of talking.
Would you? That's how he gets his time in. Jeez, nobody lets him get a word in edgewise. Adam, would you say earlier?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
No, I'm just messing with you. Love you.
The Amigos and that other guy. Yeah.
What, Vandal?
No, me. I'm talking about me. Yeah.
No, when I'm in here, it's Randall. Okay, it's the alter ego.
Rantle. Yeah.
I got to pull it all.
Rantle.
Yeah. Indeed.
Okay, so I can't see the chat, but I'd like to maybe get some of that feedback. Can somebody tell me what they're saying?
Glenn Heffner says he digs the idea of one-stop channel for everything altogether with less risk of stagnation, which is, exactly what I think Chuck was going for.
Got it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
I think that, again, like coming back to the situation of how many of the community, the different reach that, like I have versus what Chuck has versus what Malone has versus what Vandal has. I mean, it's pretty spread, a big spread of stuff, getting a message out or, getting education out or getting reviews out or whatever that whole situation is. I mean, that's really the crux of it.
And plus that I definitely wanted to add to that too is it's not just going to be the four of us either. I think we kind of spoke about this. I think throughout the way we're going to be adding people that we think vibe with what we're doing and that we have respect for what they do, and then let them kind of do their thing there too. And you gotta understand that this is going to be a true like amalgamation of what we all do. So there will be not just like, hey, my content, his content, their content. It'll be collaborations between each of us, collaborations between all of us. You know what I mean? Like just off the wall, different stuff. Like a couple of us have talked about. You know, so it's not just like, oh, hey, it's a channel where like each one of these guys gets to put up whatever weird shit they want to, which it is. But it's also going to be a very cool way, I think, for us to collaborate and come up with outside the box different kinds of things, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Can I change the subject for a second? Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Why are you asking?
Yeah.
Well, no, I just, I wanted to conclude that situation nicely, wrap it up, I think the message thing is always something that, I struggle with because obviously I'm trying to get people to buy my coils, but I'm also, probably, I feel strongly about that as I do about trying to be active to get the message out there. And, everyone talks about Instagram being a bad situation, and I get it, I get it. And I'm also someone who's put hand checks up as much as I'm putting up, advocacy and all that sort of situation. But, the message, I always think back to that, be that change that you want to see, so I'm going to self-promote for a second and go back to an Instagram post I did for, a couple of days ago. It was the hashtag vaping restrictions affect me.
Yeah.
I get that people want to put hand checks, and I get that all that sort of thing, but look at it in a different way. If you do put a vaping, like a hand check and all that sort of situation, if you put that hashtag vaping restrictions affect me, you're putting a face to, you're putting a real person to something like that. And I know that the why I vape, or the adults like flavors, there's been quite a few of them, but it doesn't mean that it can't happen all the time.
Exactly.
I mean, I wasn't surprised when I put up that post. I mean, that was a bit of an epiphany that, my wife and I had a couple of nights ago, and we thought about it, and I got maybe 30 likes on it, but then a couple of hours later, I put up a coil photo and I get 80 likes on it within an hour. And I was like, okay, this is wrong. I get that, people, I mean, I'm liking coil photos and all that sort of situation, but what I'm asking, people to do on my soapbox is to remember that these are real people. We're real people that are going to have this shit taken away from us, and, work and, all that situation. So I'm asking you to support, that hashtag vaping restrictions affect me. Put your face to that hashtag and tell your story, make
Absolutely.
that Instagram, make that change for Instagram, and I will finish my rant.
And what's good about that too also is that it's a hashtag that is worded very well, and I give Adam and Emily, I'm sure, kudos for that, because it is succinct. It's not too long, whatever, and it really does convey the message. And what I know, I mean, people that are on Instagram, I know you know what you do. You do whatever you're going to do, and then you have your own little cut and paste thing of hashtags that you slap on there. The hashtags that reach the most people. We all do it. Okay? You know that. The difference between this one and some of those other ones is that a lot of those other ones are connected to a very specific thing that needs to be kept golden by, without any other better term. You need to do this for this. Don't spread it around as like something else that can get muddied, which it always does, because a lot of these companies, they co-opt those hashtags into their own posts, which fucks up the whole message. Something like this, though, which isn't attached to something that is a very specific thing, it could be something that you can just add to your cut and paste fucking thing that we all fucking do. You do, because I do. Add it to that and let it become something. Because as soon as you get that thing on enough people's cut and paste thing, then you can look up that hashtag and you'll see, whenever the need shall arise, to say, hey, you know what? these are real people that this is affecting their lives, right? So you could just put that hashtag in there and it'll show up as all these people doing it. So I'm completely 100% behind that. And I feel your fucking pain, man. I know the frustration of coming up with something that is it's really brilliant in a lot of ways that gets glossed over because it's not necessarily sexy, you know?
Yeah.
Is it not though?
I mean, I'm hard as fuck just thinking about it, but I mean, honestly, not a lot of people are like me.
You know,
It's
it was
it's,
born.
it's because their shit hasn't been taken away yet. Nobody's coming and taking their toys away. You know what I mean? Once that happens, they'll throw a fucking tantrum and put whatever fucking hashtag up that's gonna save it. Unfortunately, just saying. What do I know?
It was inspired by is it Mad Realm on Instagram, and he was putting up a funny video of two users on Instagram, both incredible builders, and he challenged them to a what do you call it, like a cloud check, and I was laughing at it because he was saying, you know, you guys post prolifically on Instagram, but we've never seen your faces, you know. And I was just like, there's all these people, like this whole side of social media that, you know, I don't know what they look like. You know, you might have had a bit of contact with them, you know, through you know, messaging or whatever. And I was just like, that's freaking brilliant. Like, you know,
there's
even
a ton of people I have no idea what they look like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like
So,
the people that like repost. You know, they put in the good work and repost. Some of them are like, oh shit, there's a person in there.
yeah, exactly. So, you know, that whole situation, I mean, you can very easily say and show, you know, that it's going to affect you, even if you're not about putting your face on Insta and all that sort of situation. So, you know, it's yeah.
So let me just hop in real quick. So as I said, I'm like at my folks' house and doing this thing on my phone. I literally might have 5 minutes left of battery. I'm just throwing it out there. I mean,
Book.
Yep.
so
Vep Advocacy AU.
I
She says, make advocacy sexy again.
Word.
I'll get naked for some advocacy. I don't give a shit. That's sexy as fuck.
Mm-hmm. I heard that. I heard that.
Just maybe don't like so many of the girls that you can tell just turned 18 trying to sell you their Patron with a unicorn shit flavor vape in their titties. You know, maybe
Right.
like, you know, put something out there that'd affect the community a little bit better.
All
I promise
model.
you, no matter how nasty you think she gets, she doesn't.
Nasty. It's
So
it's a shame.
here it is. All model. No bottle. There we go.
Yeah. Also, I want to thank.
Bottle.
Oh, sorry, Kevin.
No, I was putting that in there. That hashtag.
Also, yeah. I also just want to make a thank you to Mr. Adituni for putting that hashtag up. But I just want to make sure that everyone gets that right. You can always check my post on Instagram. You know, give me some love, fam, whatever. But it's in the chat. I have put it in there. Please use affect as an A. And yeah, it's there. But I'll do another post just to make sure that it's there correctly.
I'll do my own thing too.
Yep. Yeah.
You know, and I'll put it over the top with like some really like cool picture of a mod or something so people pay the fucking attention.
That's it.
All right.
Fucking assholes.
Sexy check. Sexy advocacy check. That's the hashtag. Sexy advocacy check.
There we go. Now it's getting
There you
good.
go.
Now it's getting good.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
So that was a big one. So
That was it.
we got a bit of a timeline action of when we're going to set up the centralized hub.
Well, we have to nail down a name first, and then we try and not push everybody, but guide everybody to the.
Well, you know, and you know, hey, you know what? I am. I
lie.
mean, you guys know that I'm very excited about this. I'm balls deep, ready to rock with this. So what I'm gonna do too is I'm gonna make like
What's going on
a
here?
fucking major effort to like get some of like, you know, the people that are our friends that have been on the show to maybe help us out with this and maybe push it for us a little bit too, because I think it's gonna be fucking cool. And I think that people are going to like it, and hopefully we can get people to fucking hop on board quick, because that's another thing that Kevin brought up, is that these things, you know, they take a while to get rolling. You know, it took me like a year to get 600 something subs on YouTube. I want to get like 1,000 subs. I want to get like 1,000 subs on this thing in a fucking month. Like, I want to fucking push this. I want to make it fucking happen.
Yeah, basically, I think most of my subscribers came from your channel that came over here, and then people that already were following me, and then that Civita video that I did. I don't think any of those people ever watched these videos, but whatever.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, that video's got like I don't even know, a lot,
A ton.
like or almost 40,000 views. We
That's
should just do
insane.
those videos on the new channel.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, hey, bro, you got to have your own little segment of Subida for the
I
channel,
even got
bro.
somebody hit me up. They were like, "Oh, would you like to get free samples and do you like a review on our stuff?" And I was like, I just didn't respond.
Fucking desire.
No, it was
Well, you know,
it was some Randy CBD company that I've never heard of. I'm like,
there's a lot of
I don't know,
of
man.
those.
Huh?
I posted something about that today, actually, that I got from Ian Firth on Facebook. What does it say? It says something like, "Who's gonna buy all your CBD products if everybody in the U.S. is creating their own CBD products? Because it's just fucking oversaturated as fuck, right?"
Yeah, dude. As soon as they signed that law, or like, yeah, as soon as Trump signed that bill, it was like open season, dude. Like all these people came out of the woodworks. Oh yeah, we're coming out. We're gonna have some new CBD stuff here. It's gonna be it's gonna take over the world, man.
CBDjuiceco.com/CBD.
Yeah, nobody knows who the fuck we are, but we make a fucking banging ass product, and you're gonna buy it.
I know last week I was selling belly wrap, but this week I'm selling
Worst
CBD.
branding, too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, that new CBD dishwashing liquid is going to be ace.
Dude. Like
the people that approach me.
I get so many troll comments on there because it's a joke, right? Like that. I did mix in some actual facts where I cited from actual mainstream medical news article, right? And people still want to like troll on it, so I just been like, fuck it, I'll leave their comments up and then I'll troll them right back, unless they're like spitting off stuff that's not factual. Like,
Yeah.
if it can't be backed up, I don't want that on there. But somebody's like, "Oh, Thibodeau doesn't get you high." I'm like, yeah, no shit, bro.
I just love it when people completely miss the whole fucking point of shit.
Yeah,
It's the
clearly
best.
it does not.
Now everything's apparently a Facebook comment section on a local news page.
Yeah, like, okay, dude. Well, great.
There's a taco in the headline. Ban all the planes.
Yeah, you fucking cracked the fucking Da Vinci Code, brother. Good job.
Yeah, dude, I bet you're the highest paid fucking cart pusher at Albertsons, you piece of shit.
Tom Hanks.
Right.
Fucking Tom Hanks wannabe.
Land the plane.
Wilson.
But yeah, everyone's making CBD now. But if you're gonna buy CBD, buy it from someone that didn't try to sell you body wraps in a Starbucks parking lot in a minivan with 4 kids.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Seriously.
rewrapped creatine pill bottles.
Yeah, it's creatine kratom.
If you're gonna buy Thibodeau,
Create them.
shit, what is the name of it? Kevin, what is it? Moon milk? What is it?
What? Which one?
Moon milk.
Moon milk. If you're gonna buy Cibita, buy it moon milk. Althea is the shit.
Yeah, she only does like I think she's only doing topical though. So
Yeah, whatever. I
But
don't give a fuck. I don't even know what the
topical is
fuck
good
it is.
too. Topical is great. It's a great way for it to get under the skin. But you know, just take pills or something. I don't know.
Tinctures are good.
Yeah, it's sublingual, so it's it's more effective. But yeah, maybe we should do something like that. Maybe like actually, maybe I'll not do something funny because obviously thousands of people can't handle that shit, and just be sure to do something a little bit more informative. I don't know.
You'll never get the clicks, man.
No, seriously, you should do something like that because you do have a wealth of knowledge on that subject. Like seriously, something like that is something that you could really help a lot of people with. People like me that I literally still have no fucking idea what the fuck that shit is. I don't. And I probably never will because it's just not something that is in my fucking consciousness of being or whatever. But like that could help a lot of people. Like, and that's another thing with this channel. It'll be stuff that is helpful. It'll be stuff that's fucking funny. It'll be stuff that's completely outside the realm of fucking realistic fucking thought. That's the plan, you know?
Yeah, and it should be.
But anyway, my phone's like gonna die right now.
Or else it's gonna be like everybody else's shit. So.
Well, we'd like to thank Chuck Allen for taking part in this evening's show. Brilliant. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, enjoy the background of every tattooed girl that wants to get in Suicide Girls backyard right there.
Yeah. Girls. Backyardigans.
Oh God, how do I close?
Take it easy, man. You're gonna soil your shirt.
It's all fun and games until your nipples are bleeding.
Yeah.
That was the most gracious exit he's ever had.
Yeah. What do we do now?
Yeah, that was weird. Where was his loud yelling rant before and then the hang up? Yeah.
Everybody down on my channel. I love the abuse.
I actually
he was making a joke about Chuck's channel, not this one. So don't please.
No, not this one, of course.
Don't get crazy with the thumbs, please.
Yeah.
We only have our resident one thumb down for this evening, so we would like.
Oh, nice.
Hey, at least that means that they had to come here, take the time, type your name in, come in here, and do it. You know what?
Yeah,
Thank you for taking the time out of your day, you miserable piece of shit.
Or they have the notifications. They're part of the notification squad, which is even worse, I think.
That must be hard. They would spend as much time watching thumbs up as they do thumbs down. Oh, I've got to give that a thumbs down. 6 o'clock on Tuesday, I've got to get online to give a thumbs down.
I got to be there.
People schedule their lives around this, Kevin.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, that's why I'm not like super mad about it. I'm like, yeah, whatever. You should see my smoke video.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that YouTube is still promoting that one with how many thumbs down it has.
That's the good shit. That's why.
Yeah, it's like 50-50. You could either like it.
It's still engagement, right? That's still classed as like engagement.
Yeah, but if it's like a certain percentage, they won't promote it in like the next video type.
If it's 70% dislike, 30% like, then they stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I had to look it up today. We had people where I work. We posted a video today, and instantly within 5 seconds, we got 2 down thumbs for no fucking reason.
Yep. Those people are alive, and they know that ratio too. I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
it won't show up in like search results, like, or come on the back end of other videos, like, oh, because you watched type thing. It won't. It will start not coming up as much. Oh, you got a question, Adam?
Adam.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. Man, all these crazy builders. There are so many good builders, in the world, and I'm just an alien guy. Like I like aliens. That 0.1 situation, dual battery, Miss Raven, that is my dream situation. That's flavor, quick ramp up, good performance, good wire. That's the situation. I've got the sun going on. Do I look pretty? Yeah.
Can I, when you're done, can I plug your coils just really quick?
Sure. Thank you, Kevin.
Okay. So I remember that coil that I did, that first one that I did in the hermetic RDA, right? That I told you about, and I told you I was going to change it out because it was starting to get reddish. Well, it didn't. So it's not reddish yet. It's not reddish yet. I haven't got the rust on it. So I don't know what it was. I think it was just a dark colored e-liquid that I was using that like kind of stained it, and I didn't heat it up, to the proper temp to get the sucralose and stuff off there.
Nice.
And dude, I'm still vaping on it. It's in the front room, but yeah, still vaping on it. That was in December. Granted, I vape on it every day. I'll vape on it for like a week, maybe 2 weeks straight at a time. But December, how many months is that? 6 months?
7? 6, 7. Yeah.
Probably around 6, more so, like because of the time in December that it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, 6 months. I can't even get. I had some Geek Vape wire, some single Clapton Geek Vape wire. Dude, I had to pull. I used it for like a week straight. It was already rusting.
Yeah.
Dude,
well, it's
the wire quality.
Exactly. That's what I was actually just going to talk about. The wire that I was using in the ones that you received in those early days was Mr. Andrew from Cloud Revolution. He has started his own wire distribution situation, which is Wire Buddha. You can see them on the social medias. I have been doing some testing with that wire. The previous wire was good. I believe that this wire is even better. Future Breeze Tones coils will be exclusively the Wire Buddha situation, of course, unless Anarchist wants to sponsor me full time. I'm joking. It's crazy good. I've put a few out in the wild, just to get others' opinions, and that's really, the situation. When I know that someone has got my coils, I'm harassing them, asking for feedback. So the feedback has been really, really positive, and it's an amazing thing. Yeah. What was that?
What?
What was what?
That?
I can't see, man.
I'll save it for next episode. But anyways, yeah. So like some people wonder, like, okay, well, if I buy a like a coilology kit, because I use those things, I get through those coils like water. They last about a week, right, before they start getting reddish color. And okay, you're paying what, like $15 for 47 coils? That's cool.
How many?
47 coils you get in there. But there's a bunch of them in there that aren't even usable because they're just garbage. Then they don't have any flavor. They're twisty, They're just like, oh, we'll twist them and people like them. But no, it's not even like a braid. You know what I mean? Like a braid is cool because it'll hold juice, but these are just like twisted wire that it's stupid. Anyways, yeah, but you're paying $20 for a set of coils that could last you months if you just take care of them.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's hard, when you give, say some $15 for 47 or $20 for 2.
Yeah.
But when, that one set could potentially last you as much as that entire box and give better flavor than pretty
It's
much
worth the money.
Pretty much all the coils in there. They don't. I don't think they come close in flavor compared to Breestone's coils, but that's just my humble opinion.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's there are so many good builders out there, and it's hard not to be a little bit self-deprecating when there are crazy builders out there. But I guess the proof is in the pudding, and that whole situation. I hope that people make that choice when they. I'm not saying mine, but just choose something that is quality and a bit more thought process going into it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Mr. Chris, you need to tell us how your builds went. You're a new builder. You're into
I didn't do it yet because I was busy at work, but I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm actually going to buy my first build kit. And
awesome.
my first install by myself without help is going to be Breestone's coil. So I'm not going to be able to use it because I'm probably going to fuck it up. But
don't be afraid, man. And that goes to other
tutorial.
Yeah, exactly. Well, exactly. Be safe, take your time. Sweet as, man. Like, it's a scary thought when you get into building for the first time. There's no doubt. Yeah. Particularly when, people talk about battery safety and all that, and you're like, cool, I'm gonna get a screwdriver out and stick it through my battery, so yeah.
Luckily enough, I was a mechanic in the Army for a year, so I'll know maybe one tool's name.
Exactly. But so good. So good.
So I wanted to ask you, actually, since I got you on here, I probably should have just did it privately, but whatever. I was talking about a time lapse, but if you want, I can do it live and you can coach me tomorrow.
That would be amazing. But
we can use it for content. I can wait until you're free.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
I'm in no rush to fuck myself up.
Nah, even
no, I know.
Yeah, I was gonna. That would be cool.
So if you want, obviously we'll banter after or whatever, blah blah blah, and you can tell me. But yeah, and then we can use that for the content for the page. There we go. That'll be amazing.
Well, I was gonna ask Kevin, how scary it was for him when he had his first build, when you got back into. Well, you started that,
What,
it's
are you
scary.
talking about with Breestone's coils?
No, just any building, that moment you go, cool, I'm gonna do it, it's a sketchy moment.
Like with wire?
Yeah.
Like building coils?
Like in your Addy.
Oh, installing coils.
Yeah.
Because I built coils for a while too.
Yeah. Or,
never aliens, but I tried, but I just could never get it. I could knock the shit out of some fused glapsons though.
Yeah.
I'm really good at taking the goat and then screwing it in.
Yeah. You know what helped me get really good at building was the Vape Happy videos. Because we would be, I would be reviewing these damn things. So I just I was building so much that I learned all kinds of new tricks and tips and stuff and things. And I could pretty much build on anything now. But before that, I had a couple RDAs that I knew really well and knew exactly what to do. But man, I'd love you to if somebody says that one of these newer RDAs is hard to build, I want to give them a fucking 3-post RDA and watch them lose their fucking shit trying to get the coil straight in the middle. Yeah. Get those coils evened over the airflow.
I get these fucking old ass devices at work from my little box from when I took over from the person before me. And it's full of old school stuff. And they're like, oh yeah, if you ever just want to fuck around and try practice on that stuff, I'd be looking at it and there's fucking builds like this with the decks all
Dude, Dustin?
And I'm 42 leads. God damn it. Where do you get these? But yeah.
Dustin's got that crazy shit though.
Yeah. Dustin was going to help you give me some tips. I'm getting tips from Dustin. He's our resident builder. So
most people were when 2-post build decks came out, they were like, oh, thank you. I don't have
with
to
tiny holes.
it. Yeah. Now I just have to figure out how far, how close to the post I need to go to get the best flavor.
Yeah, I got to give. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, now I need to work out how to use a Dremel so that I can make those holes bigger and fit a coil in there.
Right?
I gotta give respect to like the old guys that have been around, and like not like old, but you know what I mean. People have been around since day one with this stuff. Because I came into the game very easily. I started out with tanks. Now I'm using goats, which is very convenient and easy for people like me. But back in the day, you guys would fucking have fucking tube mods that have fucking like 21/700s, and you guys are over here trying to make sure there's no hot spots. Next thing you know, they're talking about like the whole city's on fire.
Or my fire alarm's going off.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so, you know, this is the time for everyone to get into it. I'm not saying like, you know, like everyone's got to get into vaping, but if you're looking for something different, something that'll take up your time and you want to quit smoking, why not do something that'll keep you active in the fact that you're going to stop smoking and be healthier?
Yeah, I think that the hobby aspect for me was what really helped me get away from cigarettes too.
Yeah.
Not just, you know, also of course the community, but like getting into, you know, like getting that flavor out of it. Cause I had, what was it? I don't know. I had the little stupid mouth to lung tanks and they weren't cutting it, man. Like I had the Kanger Unitank. That was the one that like you fill the liquid in the top, and then when you press you go to screw it down, a little check valve opened up so it wouldn't flood it.
Yeah.
Because the airflow was from the bottom, and you know, I think it was because of the old Pro tanks. You could flood them real easy if you filled them too quick. So they put like a little check valve, and that was like the first actual like tank that I got. And I think right after that, they came out with the Pro Tank 2, which was like, you know, everybody had that thing. And then I had the iClear 30 by Innokin with the super long, crazy like silica wicks that went all the way to the bottom. Yeah, that thing was crazy. But it was pretty good flavor, but it just the airflow on it sucked.
I did get introduced to vapes a long time ago, but I didn't really pick it up obviously until like the last couple of years. But when I got back from being overseas, I had this buddy, his name was Kenneth, and he wanted to stop smoking, so he bought a vape. Back when like this is like 2012. So like when it started to, you know, kind of pick up, he had a little bit more mainstream shit. And I remember he brought me this fucking he brought his fucking tank in full of this shit, which was fucking Captain Crunch. I don't know who made it. It was probably some homebrew shit. But I was like, this is amazing. This is so good, blah, blah, blah. So I tried it. And then the thing that, you know, didn't keep me going as far as that goes is because it was so easy to get cigarettes and smoke cigarettes. And I wasn't ready to quit at the time. But I went into a vape shop and I bought a mod. I don't know if any of you guys remember back when it was just like cartomizer styles. You know what I mean? I bought a fucking mod iTaste. I don't know if you guys ever seen those. Old ass box.
I have two of them.
Yeah, internal battery. And then I just started smoking weed out of it. So there's where that went downhill. But
it happens.
But
At least you got your money's worth, man.
Yeah.
I still have it upstairs. It's funny. I was cleaning up because like my spare room at the last house before we moved in here was my vape room since working with where I work. And because, you know, I get some stuff and I had a bunch of shelves full of stuff. And I've just been a lazy piece of shit. And I've been here for over a year and I haven't put it all together. But, you know, this will be the motivation for stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I had the iTaste BTR, something like that. The one where the tank sat like inside of the
down in the body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I had the 134, the lightsaber. I still have both of them. I have the lightsaber one over here, but I just
that lightsaber one's worth money now, isn't it?
Is it?
Oh, isn't that you know? Recently, there's been a resurgence of people who are like pulling those out of storage in like beautiful boxes, and you know.
Well, shit, if anybody wants it. It's right here. I just like I love the way it looks. I've always liked the way it looked, and that's why I got it in the first place.
Yep.
Dude, sit on that one. That one's a bitch and piece, man.
Yeah, this helped get me off of cigarettes the first time. Unfortunately, I didn't stay with it that time, but the next wave I did.
Starting bids at $400 US. You can submit your bids to hairyhorns@gmail.com.
But tell me that's not an imperial symbol. Like,
Exactly.
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
This is back before copyright infringement, and then like things that adults like means kids like them. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
have fun with it.
Yeah. Tell me that's not an imperial symbol, though.
Can I share my story with everyone? Just the whole trying to do the right thing situation. I did post this a couple of days on Insta. There was a cleaner man in the building that I work in, and he's I've caught him out the back having a cigarette. All that sort of situation, and it's always that awkward moment of like, should I say something? Should I, how do I approach it without freaking him out? And he actually saw me with my vape, and he said that, I can smell that. What is that? And I said, it's one of these, and it was actually this. And he asked me for a cigarette, and I was like, oh no, man, I don't smoke.
Fresh out.
But yesterday I got to give him his first bottle of e-liquid because he's we had that conversation. He's a 30-year smoker. Health problems, this, that, and the other. And it was actually, I wish I could ask him more information because he said that his doctor said, have you tried vaping? And obviously here in Australia, it's a bit of a situation with the medical fraternity advising, to do that. But I wish that I could have taken a photo of his face when I handed him that bottle of liquid. It was a mixture of sadness, excitement, happiness, like relief, it was an incredible feeling, like just paying it forward to someone who, needed help. And that's all I really have to say about that. It was an incredible moment. And, that never gets old, ever.
That's awesome.
And that's the amazing thing about it, man. Especially because like you do feel like you're going out of your element, especially to approach somebody in this day and age about something, you know what I mean? To not make them think that you're being judgmental or anything, but you're trying to provide your perspective. So it's a little rough to do that. So that's a lot more respect to the fact that you're willing to go out of your way to say something to somebody, because a lot of people won't, and that's what we need to do, because like we can share all this stuff between the community so much, but it's in the community. You know what we need? We need people outside the community. That's what we need.
Yeah.
We all know that this shit's
the people that still smoke,
Yeah.
You know what I think it kind of an issue too is it's like vaping still has a stigma, It's
real bad.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's different kinds, right? But it's just like, no, those damn vapors and their damn clouds, but I really feel that in the past year, it's kind of migrated away from that, and more and more people are getting into these pod systems. Granted, there's the extreme increase in nicotine, which I'm not the biggest fan of personally.
Over smoking a pack a day to 2 mg, I get where you're coming from with that, especially.
Yeah, but at the same time, like I started back in the day on a 24, and that was too much for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, but it's all personal, right? Personal preference. But
yeah,
I don't think 50 milligram was the best way for us to go.
Yep.
I feel like it should be capped somewhere because
it can be too much.
Yeah, it's just.
But people don't. People expect how I'm seeing it going is the people that are selling these products expect the consumer to know better, and that's why you have problems with like Juuls and stuff like that, and these pod systems that are sold in gas stations because the guy behind the counter doesn't know anything about it. He knows nothing about it. But it's the easiest place to go because while you're getting gas, buying Cheetos, energy drinks, whatever, it's right there in front of you. And these people will think, oh, maybe I'll take the first step, which is a great step to take. But they take it and they don't have someone to help that has experience or someone that can tell them what may fit their need a lot better than just that thing on that shelf right there next to the fucking cigarettes.
That's has always been the coolest thing about vaping is
shops, going in and talking to people.
Or just the fact that you can do it any way you want. You know what I mean? Whatever way helps you get off the cigarettes, there's a way, you just have to find it. Like for me, I kept going back to cigarettes, but I don't know, man. I just don't, I feel like 50 milligrams is too much, dude. I remember the first time I hit 50 milligram salt nick, it was on Fix. You guys know the
PHX.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I took it. I think it was just like the tobacco flavor or something that came with it, and dude, I ripped that thing, and I was like, "Whoa, dude!"
Whoa.
Yeah, I was like,
whoa.
"Whoa, dude!" And I was like, "I don't want to do that again because I feel funny." I was like, "This is way like this is way too turned up for me." Like,
Yeah.
I'm not about this life, and I've tried to hit like 50 milligram or 45 milligram Nick salts since then. It's just like, dude, it just like attacks your throat and then like makes you see shit weird. I don't know.
I tried my first salt Nick last week, man, and that shit was fucking terrible. Not trying to like diss anyone that enjoys them. If you enjoy it and it works for you, then good for you. But me personally, that shit felt like I was trying to swallow a pillow.
That wouldn't be the first time you've tried that either, right?
How do I leave the chat? No. But yeah, man. So like I get what you, especially with like this high density like nicotine with a lot of this stuff, especially because people won't know any better. They're like, oh, well, this other guy's doing this vape or they're doing that. And I work with we have a roommate that my girlfriend and I live with, and he's trying to stop smoking so much. So I got him a couple different devices and stuff. And then when he ran out or his coils got dirty, instead of asking me, he'd go to the gas station, buy something like a Juul or something like that. And he was just like, oh, it's way too much, blah, blah. I hate all that shit. And so I was like, dude, just fucking talk to me about it. But the thing is like, if you ever see anyone ever try and do this shit, if you're in the gas station, you see someone picking that up, you're like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I know it's going to be out of your way. And especially with now, this day and age is approaching anybody nowadays is basically an anxiety attack. It's a panic attack because a lot of people will look at it differently. But real talk, the industry, the community needs that. We need everyone's effort on a day-to-day, face-to-face basis. Because I was walking out of the grocery store last week, and I was next to my car, not around nobody, and it's hit my vape. And some old lady was looking at me all goofy, like, oh my God, those are the worst things in the world. They'll give you cancer. And I was like, actually, you got a second? I could educate you to it. I didn't say it that same exact way, but just for sake of the story, I was like, blah, blah. She's like, well, what do you mean? I was like, so I told her it's only this amount. I was like, I told her the difference between 2 milligrams in this compared to 12 milligrams in an actual cigarette. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are just misinformed because they see stuff that's instantly on the fucking internet or shit that's on Facebook and all this stuff. And then, oh, it's on the internet or it's out there, especially with older generations. It's got to be the truth. Who would lie, So it's up to us, every one of us, to go through. And if you have the chance to, make a point or you have the chance to, shed some light on it, go for it. But I'm not telling you to run up to like some random group of people like, oh, motherfucker, this is what's, you know what I mean? Because then you just go to jail and then bail is expensive.
It is. I actually want to come up with a flyer that you don't have to say anything because there's so many points in the conversation that need to be like made very quickly with someone. Just hand them a flyer and say, this is the website to go and look at. This is the thing. Here's the video to watch. We're done. Make it easy for them. Yeah.
Yeah, I think what would be a great idea too is maybe go back to the roots type of situation with this new network. Maybe we create newer beginner videos.
And Amigo's intro card, we can honestly, obviously, we don't spend too much money on it because each of us, we all have our own bills and everything to pay. But if we could think of something easy enough to where we can give the quick, amigosyoutube.com, whatever the fuck it is. And then we can have the basic beginner stuff. Because there are a lot of people that will ask me about oh, what are you doing? What is that? What's going on with this? Blah, blah, blah. And trying to explain it to them, you feel like you're even putting yourself in a wormhole because you'll get lost in stuff and you'll say stuff that you understand because, you're deeper into the community of the industry or, a little bit more into them. They're just like, oh, this guy's just fucking saying stupid random atomizer. You know what I mean? Like, oh, World War II, So an easy access point.
Or it's almost like, which country do you live in? So I'll direct my information I'm going to give to you because of your country.
Right.
Exactly. Especially because if you compare the UK to even where you're at in Australia to here, there's so much disconnect on what vaping is, how vaping benefits, and what vaping does.
Or what's popular in those markets, right?
Yeah, because the markets are vastly different. And I notice it a lot, especially with my job. The markets are vastly different. vastly different. Like you see over there in like the Russia area and stuff like that. Not mech mod, excuse me, tube mods and fucking shit like that. That's still the hottest fucking shit around. Tell me how many people you walk down the street that actually see vaping you've ever seen hit a tube mod.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kevin,
What's that, Kevin?
Oh, I'm gonna be cooking up some of that in a little while. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow morning. I'm not sure yet. I just made, while we've been doing the show, I made 4 new recipes.
I wrapped 60 pairs of coils, by the way.
I drank 5 beers.
Yeah.
A mango. It's a mango boysenberry one, boysenberry mango flavor. An Arnold Palmer.
An Arnold Palmer.
I want to try that one.
And I call this. I've tried to make this before, but I think I'm gonna do it a little bit different this time. But I'm calling it Cocoa Banana 2. So it'll be coconut banana cream and
burp
and a red velvet cheesecake.
Hey, isn't an Arnold Palmer a famous old cocktail?
Yeah, well, it's just tea and lemonade mixed together.
Oh, is that what an Arnold?
But I think it was originally a cocktail though. Hold on, because I looked it up because I was like,
if you're gonna call it that, you won't know what it is.
What? Yeah, but I'm like, I know Arnold Palmer was, he was a golfer or whatever, and
was he a teetotaler?
But I guess it's something that he would order at the, when he would be out on his
all the games.
Yeah. So he would go to him and be like, I want this. Like that was his special drink. And he was like, I want tea, lemonade. But I don't remember if it was an actual like cocktail. I don't
Not
know.
before him.
It's been a refreshing drink for him while he was golfing.
He created it. It's like, when you go to your favorite bar and they're like, oh, you want the piece of shit. It's the drink I made. It's PBR and throw up. But he just
I was trying to think of mine.
The tea and the lemonade mixed together, and so it became the Arnold Palmer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the Adam Middleman is 16 cups of coffee and 14 vapes, all running at once.
I don't know how you can afford the batteries.
Yeah, right. Well, I'm running all
my
of
biggest
my batteries, and two are in the charger right now.
I spent $100 on a mod, but man, I gotta buy a pack of 4 batteries for $25. Oh.
Yeah. Indeed.
So it was not originally a cocktail.
Oh, okay. Yep. There you go. Yep.
Tea, lemonade, and vodka.
All right. So it does have booze. Okay. That was. I thought maybe he was a non-drinker. Yeah.
Yeah. Raven just posted that.
Okay.
So, but yeah, Arnold Palmer was originally not a cocktail.
Yep.
It was just some tea and lemonade. But I think I'm gonna do like a sweet tea with it. So like a sweet tea.
Here's the thing with teas too.
A little bit lemon heavy. Because I like lemon. What's that?
The teas are underrated. There's some good. There's some good teas around, but they're underrated.
Yeah, like I know some people don't like it, but the Coil Turd, the peach tea lemonade,
it's the best tea I've had.
In my opinion too, that's one of the better ones that I've had, and it's refreshing as hell. Like it's a good summer vape. And I was thinking about trying to do that. If this Arnold Palmer works out, then I might just, maybe I'll mix in a little bit of peach too.
Yeah.
Peach. See, I was just thinking that peach iced tea. I'm a big fan, but they're always filled with sugar.
Yeah. Well,
I can't
that's
talk.
The good thing about the Coil Turd stuff is it's sweet, but it's not like
it's
hype juice sweet. Yeah.
Yep.
It's not hype juice sweetener level.
Yep.
I mean, I can't talk shit about like sugar blasted vapes. I don't know what to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's only one other like flavor I would vape consistently, but it just kills your coils in like 2 fucking seconds. Was the IVG Blue Raz. That shit tasted just like candy. But man, 2 hits in, next thing you know, you're on dirty coils. Like the dirty builds or whatever it is. The nasty ones. That shit just
Nasty builds.
Yeah, nasty builds.
That is an awesome Instagram handle.
Yeah.
Disgusting builds.
Disgusting builds. Yeah.
dirty butthole. I don't know.
Well, Chuck was here for a second in the chat. I did see him a little while ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, he must be, he's MIA.
He's on that dial-up internet.
Yeah.
Jada Vape said, what up?
Ah, yeah. Jay, Chuck is suffering from no battery situation. So
Yeah. Battery died.
You'll have to check the replay for Chuck's usual testosterone-filled rants and
They were slightly less testosterone.
Now I want pasta.
I know, right? It sounded like a good pasta.
You should make a flavor, call it Chuckaroni, and it just tastes like steel noodles.
You know he's going to kick your ass when he watches the replay.
Steel noodles and a broken phone. Eat my butt, Chuck.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure I could find those flavors somewhere.
Oh, man, I almost name dropped so hard. I won't know.
All right, well, you guys want to wrap it up?
I think we've covered a lot today.
Close it out with a real quick advocacy thing from my end of the town. Well, Vape alone knows where I'm coming from. So a lot of your favorite vape companies that manufacture and sell your flavors reside in Nevada because California passed a tax a while ago, basically trying to put them out of business. A lot of your favorite vape manufacturers moved to Las Vegas, which is where I reside. And there's a bunch here that make, I'm guessing, some of your favorite flavors because they're just pretty big names. Senator Ratty proposed this tax after taking money from Altria, which owns Juul, and now we have a 30% tax on vapor products which are being sold from the wholesale level, which means that no matter who you buy it from, the tax will either get pushed onto you or these companies will have to move to a different state. The reason why I like to bring this up is because there was a simple enough, easy way to do it to where you can just click a link. And CASA, I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, but you guys know what I'm talking about, made it very easy for people to advocate. Made it very easy to where you just click the link and it sends a pre-sent message. Whenever you see things like that pop up, I just want to implore you to actually do it because it's very easy. Yeah, that's all you have to do. Sign up for their website. They'll send you the email. They'll send you the link. It's pre-filled out for you. You don't have to do anything. And if you wanted to add your own personal touch, you can. You need to take advantage of that because if things like that worked out a lot better and a lot more people actually did do it, because when we post things on Instagram, we can see who actually clicks links and does it. I am disappointed in the community because of the low turnout compared to the ratio of people that saw this stuff. Yeah. And I'm not trying to be daddy and I'm not trying to spank any of you or anything like that, but it's a little sad that it wasn't bigger of a thing because it was very easy and put out for people. So if I'm going to ask anyone that's watching this, from now on, if you get that, take 2 minutes out of your day, click the link, type in your email, and send that because now your favorite brands are being taxed at a 30% level, which means if they don't decide to pick up their whole company and move to a different state, you guys are paying that.
Word. That's heavy, 30% man.
30% is a pretty big hike, too.
At the wholesale level, most people that distribute maybe make a markup of 10%, which tells you that 30% cuts into not just profits, but people's jobs, food off of people's tables for their children's mouths. I don't have kids, so this isn't about me, but it's about the whole fact of the industry altogether.
Yep.
Word.
Absolutely, so, man.
There's my rant.
Yeah. Very important.
I did the one with the first one they put out was just for the legislators, and then they put out a second one which went directly to the governor because by that time it was in his hands.
And here's the worst part about it is that
Slack.
they do have a tracking number. We had over 2,000 people actually that did call, whether they were local or not. That's something that I can't keep track of because that's not the position I was in to where I could see social media interactions is different. And he still passed the bill. So don't get me wrong. There's not saying lose hope or nothing. There's a chance that you can fight and lose. But why wouldn't you go down fighting?
For
Yeah.
sure.
Do it.
Absolutely.
Fucking do it. Because if not, it's coming to your state next. It is.
Yep.
Don't tell me I'm wrong, and I'll bet you my whole paycheck.
You know what? I really thought like Nevada would be the absolute last place that would happen.
We're a business state until recently, apparently.
Yeah, well, crap, dude. And I don't want to make it political or anything. I'm just saying the SB 263 amendment for the 30% wholesale increase was presented by a Democrat.
So here's my thing, and I agree with you. It's not a political thing because I don't think I've ever brought up a political subject with anyone ever. And because of my background, I kind of leaned more left. And I'll be completely honest with you guys. I kind of lean left with a lot of my views. After this and seeing the fact that this was just a Democratic kind of bill and pushed by that side of that aspect without any kind of insight from the community, without any kind of real testing of things, with real false information, you need to pay attention to, especially this is getting a little bit off the vape subject, but who you vote for. Vote for the people that are there for you. Vote for the people that have an interest in you. Don't vote party because party is not what's going to go for your best ideas. It's not going to benefit you. Vote for the people that are going to push legislation that benefits you and what you believe in directly. Pay attention. This happens to you. You live in this city. You live in that state. You live that place. It's up to fucking you to make sure that those people in power are the ones that are looking out for your best interest and not the ones that just identify with someone that you think's pretty neat.
Indeed. Well, same happens to if that's any country.
it.
That's not.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
And like Texas said just now, explain to people in different states. You can also, yes, if you can advocate from other states to help things. Or things like the CASA emails and stuff like that. It's not about you living in the state and being a citizen. It's about showing the fact that a populace of people that believe enough in a product or a thing that actually benefits them makes a difference. It's not about where your voice is from. It's about making your voice heard.
Word.
Yeah.
Heard.
So I didn't want to get all like crazy because I feel like I'm yelling at you guys, like the dad I never had.
it's what needs to be said for sure.
But yeah.
I wholeheartedly agree with that statement. So yeah, don't vote party. Vote for the people that. And that's the thing. Just this right side, left side shit has to stop, man. Like
it puts you at throats with your neighbor.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, it's like there's more than two parties. You know what I mean? Here in America, like people forget that. There's other people that don't make it to that level to get up there that should. Maybe now's the time where those other people.
You want those people to be at the level where they should be, or the people that you want to represent you, you need to put your backing behind them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay to lose, but it's not okay to fucking sacrifice your real opinion and your real thoughts about something because of the fact that you think you're going to lose.
Yeah. I don't really want to bend over and pull my pants down, by choice either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's my closing rant.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vandal.
On that note, then. Yeah. So
you got any more devices for us, Adam, or what?
Yeah. No, but they're coming today. Fake mail today.
All right, everybody.
Fake mail today.
Well, be on the lookout for the Amigos Network. We're not sure what we're gonna call it yet, but when we figure all that out and get a channel up, you'll be the first to know.
And we want you
watching, and thanks for being a friend.
Yep. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.